In the desolate reaches of the far north, we encounter one of the planet's most elusive and specialized predators. It is 4 a.m., a time when even the great white bear, Ursus maritimus, has retreated from the unforgiving Arctic chill. But not this specimen. Witness the solitary Norwegian day trader, forged in the fires of the Nordic spirit and fortified by excessive amounts of strong coffee. He is about to engage in his daily ritual, pursuit of the perfect momentum scalp.
It was 4:55 a.m. I had been trading since 4 a.m. I had locked in some small winners and a few losers. I entered a trade on TURB. It went against me. Immediately, it flushed. I felt the onset of emotional hijack. The old me would have averaged down, gone into a Hail Mary trade. But today, I did one of the hardest things I can do. I admitted defeat. I sold. I stopped trading for the day. I ended my session down just around $40, protecting my green week, month, and year. Now, to explain how I was able to stop my usual downward spiral from kicking in, we'll take a look at my career as a day trader so far. My journey began in January 2025. I'd been interested in the markets for a long time, and I felt it was finally time to learn. I found an endless supply of day trading tutorials online. It was overwhelming. But after a short while, I found a voice that spoke to me, the Warrior Trading channel, featuring the inspirational Ross. I began consuming all of his content and signed up for his courses. I went deep into the rabbit hole. After a few weeks, I started trading in the simulator. There were big green days followed by big red days. But after a few months, I finally began to see some consistency. As I became more immersed in the community, my understanding grew. It felt like I was becoming one with the market. I finally understood the strategy. I was no longer just watching. I was starting to conquer the candles. It was time to take it to the next level. I deposited $2,500 into my live account. But over the next few months, it just kept shrinking. Within 8 weeks, the account was blown. I decided to start over with $500, but this time I shifted my focus to the emotional side of trading. Slowly, over the following months, I began to notice a change.
I would sleep, and I would wake. I would trade, and I would win. I would sleep, and I would wake. I would trade. I would win. Sleep. Wake. Trade. Lose. I would forget. Sleep. Wake. Trade. Lose. Forget. And I would win. I would win or I would lose. I would forget. I would forget more. I would stop to care. I would win.
By early 2026, the shift had begun. I was slowly conditioning myself to the reality of loss, stripping the emotion from the red days. I stopped trading for a target and started trading for the process. The goal was no longer the P&L, it was the discipline of the rules, my rules. For January, my P&L had a steady growth, ending up around $230, and I had a win rate of 81%. Still, my average losers were way bigger than average winners. In February, the markets had cooled off. I had few trades. I felt the demons of the past creeping up on me. I could easily have blown my account, but I was lucky. I managed to close the month at a small $34 gain. My accuracy had dropped to 67%. My average losers were still bigger than my average winners. This brings me to March, my strongest month to date. I finished $405 in the green with an 84.2% accuracy rate. But the numbers didn't tell the whole story. My losers were still larger than my winners, and I could feel the old demons breathing down my neck. I knew a single bad day could trigger a spiral. I was one mistake away from blowing it all. I could feel it. Then came my trade on TURB. The emotional hijack was real. I was frozen. But one thing saved me. Just 24 hours earlier, I had instructed my broker to set a hard $100 daily stop loss on my account. I knew that if I let the red numbers hit triple digits, my platform would lock me out for the day. That wall was the only thing that gave me the strength to hit the sell button. That $100 stop loss saved me in early April. It kept my week green and my account alive. In this game, accountability and rules are the only things that separate a professional from a gambler. This is why I created this channel. I will be sharing my weekly results, not to teach, but to stay disciplined. This is my final guardrail. I invite you to join the journey, subscribe, and hold me to it in the comments. I'll see you in the next update.
What the take? Wait for the break, 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 break. What's the take? Wait for the break. Wait for the watch the tape. Wait for the break, break. Step on the wheel, yeah, I'm in the flame. Momentum is moving, I'm changing the game. The candles are red when they rise at my feet. I'm moving the volume, I'm moving the street. I'm in charge of the candles, I'm the king. And the way they trade the momentum, yeah, I'm making it stick. Red, red in the green, yeah, you know how it goes on. Conquer the market while the energy flows on. Flow, hot volume, the pillars of the move. I don't follow the train.
Low float,
Yo,
high volume. The pillars on the move. I don't follow the trend. I stay in the groove.
Step up, up, up.